Hi, I'm Eric Friedman. I'm the Executive Director of the Mad River Valley Chamber of Commerce, and we are here for our next episode of Tailgate Talk with a very special guest, Brittany Winfield. Welcome to the Tailgate.
Thank you so much.
Well, it's great to have you here.
Thanks, I'm excited.
I think a lot of people in the community probably don't know who you are, right? Because you
Probably
don't
not.
live here.
No, I don't.
You're one of those outsiders.
I know, coming all the way from the big city.
Yeah, you can't trust any. We don't get past Kenyans a lot.
That's okay.
So, Brittany, you're doing some work with the Chamber of Commerce, and you have some local clients here as a social media. What do you call yourself?
So I refer to myself typically around non-social media folks. I call myself a social media manager just because that is what people usually are used to hearing. But I actually call myself a social media strategist, which is a little bit different than just hiring a manager.
Which is what we did at the chamber,
exactly.
right? Yeah. So we just had a one of your monthly workshops that the chamber hosts each month, obviously because it's monthly.
Yes, check us out on YouTube.
Right. Tell us about that experience. What it's been like working, for the chamber.
Yeah, it's been great. So in these trainings, I tell people that actually the Mad River Valley was my first experience coming to Vermont and was the place that I discovered my love for this state and really was that deciding factor. So being able to give back to the community that has already given so much to me, and it's been a great experience getting to know the business owners a little bit more and being able to...
It's an interesting cast of characters, right?
It is, but you know what? That's what makes the episodes so entertaining. Yeah, and to be able to hear the real life challenges that small business owners in the Mad River Valley are going through and be able to help brainstorm some ideas with them and hold them accountable to making those changes, which is oftentimes... social media usually goes bottom of the barrel for most business owners, but those who show up have seen some pretty good results so far.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I wanted to start out with this actually a little bit more about yourself because you have an interesting background, and
Thanks.
I love the fact that you're one of my fellow Jersey people.
Oh,
right?
yeah, we got the tattoo to prove it.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh, yeah, that's how you know. So this one is of New Jersey and Vermont. Because when I moved to Vermont, I was like, well, I can't forget where I come from, but also you have to show love to the 802.
Okay, I got to get some pictures of that later. That is so awesome. I never noticed that before. Yeah, you got to love it. It's the 201, right?
Yeah, I am still, actually, I'm a 973 girl.
Oh, one of those people.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, if you know, if you're from Jersey. Still looking out for the best bagel in Vermont, so let us know in the comments.
We got a couple of new ones.
Okay, I've got to try them out. If they have
BB's.
Taylor ham, that's how you know they're real.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we got two new bagel places in town,
Right.
BB's Bagels and Backcountry Bagels.
All right, let's go.
And Backcountry Bagels is in the same place where they have the donuts. So
Amazing.
apparently they sell only things that are round.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, right. That's great.
So go back to you. So I want to get a little bit more information. Like, how did you end up here? Where you come from? Like, how'd you get into this whole thing?
Yeah, so I'm originally from Clifton, New Jersey, but then when I was 10, my parents moved us up to Sussex County, New Jersey, which is a very rural part of New Jersey that's truly
people don't think exists.
Even in New Jersey,
Right.
and that is where the Garden State name comes from.
I come from the chemical part.
Yeah, right. Oh God, you're one of those.
Yeah.
More cows than people. So when I was checking out colleges, as I mentioned, I think it was the summer between my sophomore and junior year of high school, my grandparents traveled to Vermont every single September to October for leaf season, and they would always stay in the Mad River Valley. So when it was our time to come with them, we actually stayed at the Seasons in Warren in the Sugarbush area, and that was our first experience. We did the river. We would come to round up on the river out here, and I fell in love with it. So decided to apply to UVM, went to UVM for 2 years. For me, it was a very small fish in a big pond situation, so I left and finished my degree in communications at East Stroudsburg University. But then after college, I missed it so much. So I was like, let's get to Vermont. And I ended up applying to a few jobs and ended up working in the nonprofit sector. And that's what brought me back to Vermont. And I loved what I did in the nonprofit sector, doing mental health advocacy and being able to learn marketing skills in that environment is really where the Winfield Creative was born. Being able to help people understand social media strategy in a way that if you understand it, then you can actually spend less time online, but making your marketing more effective for your business.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny that you say that because, people will come into my office and I'll be doing a social media post or something and like, oh, just hanging out on your phone all day. I'm like, you suck. I hate doing this.
Yeah.
And and then you're accused of not working.
Yeah, no, but if you're making a connection with your audience and familiarizing your culture, your products, your services with those that you're building an audience for, that translates into real world revenue, connections, and that's really the intention, is to connect with people so that way you do take that relationship off the screen. And that's what I try to teach people.
That's great, because it really is. It is amazing, looking at your connection here with going back to your grandparents, and you see that in so many, points with so many different people around here. It's really kind of incredible, and I think that you're just trying to build those connections online, which again, like you said, hopefully will get someone hanging out by the river with like a real life human being with the phones off.
Exactly, and especially in places like the Mad River Valley, that it's very tourism heavy, hospitality heavy of the foot traffic that you get. It's important to be able to showcase that to people on a more global scale, especially in these times where people are taking less vacations, but where they take vacations is super important.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that translates to all small business.
So do you have a particular, like, I don't know, like not a mantra, but like sort of a basic values in terms of social media?
Yeah.
Is that the right word?
Yeah, and I would say mantra is a pretty good way to say it. I actually want to get t-shirts made, so shirt happens. I'm going to be hitting you up soon.
Yeah.
So
they're great.
They are. They're amazing, and their social media is crushing it. They've been to a few of our chamber events as well. But my mantra really is, let's put the social back in social media. Oftentimes we are so focused on producing content, putting content out the door, which is important to control your own narrative. But if we are not socializing with those folks and nurturing those relationships, then the emotional investment's not going to be there in order for them to make that monetary investment or that investment to go drive to your location to go shop there. So really, let's put the social back in social media and connect with one another. Use it as a way to build that relationship with people, instead of just focusing on the content. The content's not the only piece to social media success.
That's great. That's good advice.
Thanks.
So who are, you obviously work for the chamber. You work for Lisa over at Someday Boutique.
Yeah.
And what are your typical kinds of clients? Like, what do you do for them? And I know it varies from client to client,
right? It does. It very much does, which is the beauty part about hiring a social media strategist, is they get to know your business, get to know your voice, get to know your narrative, and get to know your audience. So, as you mentioned, Lisa Reisner of Someday Boutique, who's just back here on 40 Bridge Street, is one of our clients. She fortunately already had a lot of community presence when I started working with her, so I just love to see her thrive and be able to empower women on a deeper level. Some of my clients also do very niche things. They solve one problem for a very niche audience. So as an example, I have a client who is a service provider for humane societies with a more national type of level. So that could be hard to gain the attention of humane societies from all across the country. We put them into one channel where we then nurture those relationships, be able to build her email list, be able to build her social media channels, and then actually recently we've developed more of like a passive income type of stream. So all of those relationships that she's nurtured, she's now able to provide education in the form of online courses to those audience members who, if you don't know about humane societies, it's a very stressful life.
So you're not doing evil stuff?
No. I try to work
Society?
with people with like really good missions, really good values.
Are you a cat person?
I am very much a cat person. I'm
Me
actually
too.
about to adopt our second cat next weekend. Thank you. Cat mommy over here. Nothing against dogs. It just, my HOA won't let me.
Yeah, like dog lady going by right now.
That's funny.
Bye, Candace.
Dog lady.
See, and one of the things I love about the Mad River Valley is like you're just hanging out here in the back of the tailgate.
Yeah, just saying hello to
and our state
people.
legislator walks by.
I love that.
Hanging out, drinking her coffee, and
that's Vermont charm for you.
Yep.
Can't find that anywhere else.
And actually go talk to her and like have a real conversation, not online.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's good. So tell me also about what is it that you really like about the Mad River Valley? I know you spend a
Yeah.
lot of time here, and
Yeah.
you're spending more time here with your clients and with us. And
Yeah, so I have always been drawn to the charm, especially like that smaller type of, I don't want to say village charm, but Vermont just has a certain charm, and I think the Mad River Valley is a great example of it. Like, we are literally in the middle of this parking lot here with my client's building right behind us, but we're watching a bunch of kids jump into the river over here. That to me is what
and we
community
just saw a
is all
guy
about.
dump his trash. He had all these cans, and he dumped it in the trash,
Yeah.
and didn't put it in the recycling. And he looked at it.
Yeah.
Really, dude?
Yeah. So keeping up with the charm, recycling when you
Sorry.
can. It's okay. Keep your places clean. But that's part of it, is like those people who are involved in the community, they want to upkeep that culture and keep the quaintness, honestly. What I love about Vermont is you do get to see people that you recognize both on screen and off screen involved in your communities.
Sure.
The Mad River Valley, I think, does a great job with blending the people into the nature, which, if you're from other parts of Vermont, doesn't always happen in the way. And knowing about like initiatives such as higher mountain biking audiences, like being able to connect with people, I think right now, especially in this like post-pandemic world, I'm going to use the trigger word here, like the post-COVID world, people are craving relationships, people are craving friendships, people are craving community.
And authenticity.
And being able to involve yourself in hobbies that individually fill your cup and allow you to then go do your job better and more productively because you've had that work-life balance, being able to connect with businesses that are providing those services and allow you to do those hobbies, and then also your community as a whole. So getting to meet your neighbor, and that's actually something Yvonne from the collection and I were just talking about, is how do you support your neighbors? Keep it neighborly, essentially, is kind of like the tagline that we're thinking about for a future campaign. And I think the Mad River Valley does a great job of welcoming that into your culture.
No, we definitely do. And I'm glad you're bringing up hobbies, because you've got some interesting hobbies.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, you're very well. You like.
Thank you.
I was like, the more I find out about you, I'm like wow,
little
she's
secrets
so
everywhere.
cool.
Thank
so
you.
tell us
Oh
a
my
little
gosh.
bit about like some of your avocations.
Yeah, so I would say my top three, like besides being on social media, ways that I fill my cup is I love playing pickleball. I play pickleball all the time.
Competitively.
In my own mind, yes, but in reality, I kind of suck.
You beating up on old people?
No, actually, like the young people right now are just like really good, and I'm like, you definitely played tennis in high school. I
you
do
did?
feel like I need. Oh, I did not. No,
Oh.
I was a softball person, so I actually hit the ball too hard. So if you're looking to for a quick win, join me on the pickleball court. So that's something that I play in order to build community, especially with like younger adults that are now doing it. I feel like I do need to join a 55 league though in order to really like find a challenge out there.
Yep.
So that's been really exciting. I also am a comedian, so I did work at Vermont Comedy Club up in Burlington for 3 years, where I was exposed very much to the comedy world. Tried stand-up, hated it. I do comedic burlesque, which not many people would guess about me, and being able to advocate for people that are my size, doing more artistic comedy and just like not taking yourself too seriously. And then also my newest addiction and obsession is musical improv. So I actually, quick shout out, I do have a few shows coming up.
Are you going to burst into song?
I just might. I do love musicals.
Don't be scared.
Oh no, I'm a little terrifying. This is only going on YouTube, it's fine.
And Mad River Valley Television.
Yes, of course. If there's any comedians out there, I'd love to join a little community down here and be able to kind of just be able to express myself. And as somebody who is constantly needing to sit down behind a computer and come up with content that is mental exhaustion and just creative burnout is real. As business owners, we feel it in our own social media content. These are ways that I can take myself out from behind the screen, be able to meet people in real life, be able to just be inspired by the world around me, and have a little fun while doing it.
Well, it's certainly fun working with you, and I really enjoy it, and I appreciate everything that you do for our businesses in the community.
Of course.
And we'll get you to join the chamber one of these days.
Hey, I'm down.
All
It's
right.
time.
There you go. It was so great to have you here on the
Thanks so much,
tailgate. We'll
Eric.
have to have you again maybe in the
Of
winter.
course.
And Rumor, you don't skate, right?
I don't. I'm terrified of falling. So if there's more of like an on the ground, I actually might try
You
snowshoeing
put you on a
this
sled
year.
and to
Yeah, honestly, I'd be down for sledding. We're thinking about snowshoeing this year.
You ever
'cause it is
skate?
more-
Do you skate?
No, I'm terrified of falling.
Yeah.
I can't. So my dad played hockey all throughout, almost made it like professionally, never taught his daughters how to skate. So I'm like,
Interesting.
yeah, I hope he's not watching this. Sorry, Dad, but
Well, we're going to get you back here on
yeah,
the tailgate. We'll do a
yeah,
winter one, get all
yeah,
bundled
we
up
are.
and everything.
Yeah, we'll go do some snowshoeing. Yeah,
Absolutely. And love the tattoo.
Thank you so much.
Great seeing you.
You too,
Thanks
Eric.
a lot.
Thanks.
Take care, folks. See you
Bye.
around.